Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. We should continue with this topic, the I'rab of Aqsam al-Asma' al-Mu'rab. The I'rabs of the various nouns that are Mu'rab, that are declinable. So we're going to go through all the different types of nouns that are declinable and to see how the I'rab change in the state of Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. So these are three columns, and we're going to go through each different types of nouns and what happens to their i'rab. So the first type of noun was the Sahih Munsarif, al-Mufrad Munsarif al-Sahih. So this is going to be a single. They're going to talk about duals and plurals later, but we're going to talk about when it is in the singular state. Al mufrad al munsarif al sahih. Okay, so the single version, not dual version, not plural version. Al mufrad al munsarif al sahih. The sahih one, remember, was all the nouns that did not have alif, waw, and yeah, in the ending, did not have that at all. So Zaydun is an example of this. So in this case, all the first three cases will have the normal of Dhamma, Fathan, and Kasran. So all first three cases I will have Dhamma in the Rafa state and Fathan in the Nasbun state and Jarun in the like this, the usual way. Okay. So, for example, جاء زيد, رأيت زيدا, and مررت بزيد. Okay. So زيد being an example of a المفرد المنصرف الصحيح. Secondly, المفرد الخالي من الخام الصحيح. This, remember, were nouns that ended with either waw or ya and preceded by a sukun. Okay, so preceded by a sukun. Example was dalwun and dhabyun, which is a deer. So you can say, and they will also act normally. They will also act normally. Ja'a dhabyun, ra'aytu dhabyan, and marartu bi dhabyin. So they will also act normally. Okay. Also, jama mukassar, which are munsarif. Al jama mukassar, munsarif. Jama mukassar. Remember, there are two types of jama salim and jama mukassar. Salim would be like Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. They come in the same pattern. Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. Whereas Rajulun, Rijalun, Rajulun may have, right? It's not like the Rajulun, Rajul. So Rajulun, Rijalun. This is a mukassar, it's a broken plural. So Al Jama Mukassar, the broken plural. How do they act? They act normally too, like this. Okay? Al Jama Mukassar Munsarif, they are Rijalun, Ja'a Rijalun, or you can say like Hum Rijalun as a sentence if you wanted to make a sentence out of this. Hum rijalun, those are men. Hum rijalun. Ra'aytu rijalan and qultu li rijalin. I said to the men, qultu li rijalin. Okay, so rijalun, rijalun, rijalun. The point being, these three, they act normally in the rafa state, two dhammas on the top. In the nasab state, they'll have fathas on the top, and in jar state, they have dhammas on the bottom, like this. So these three categories act normally like this. The second category is غير منصرف, that you talked about, and all those 9 criteria, etc. How do they act? We learned about this. غير منصرف, they do not take a tanween, they do not take a kasra. They take a single dhamma in their rafa state, a single fatha in the nasab state, and they take a single fatha in their jar state. So جاء umaru, رأيت umara, marartu bi umara. Okay, so this is غير منصرف noun. The non-declinable nouns act like this. Okay. And then the next category which we talked about is the fifth category here is going to be al-asma'u sitta. Al-asma'u sitta mukabbaratun. We talked about those 6 sitta mukabbar. It's funny that then in the name they have mukabbar, but the tiny words, right? Al asma'u sittat mukabbarun. This is the abun, akhun, hamun, famun, hunun, and zu, and all of those are 6 months. So there are three case scenarios for them. First, when they are not mudaf, when they are not mudaf, okay? The next two cases will be when they're mudaf, when they're not mudaf, okay? When they're not mudaf, they will act normally, okay? This is act normal. Ja'a abun, ra'aytu aban, and marartu bi abin, okay? Ja'a abun, ra'aytu aban, and marartu bi abin. Okay, so then that. But when they are mudaf, it's the reference state will be demonstrated by a waw, and a nasban state by alif, and a jar state by a ya. So in this case, ja'a abuka. Okay, here abu is mudaf and ka is mudaf ilayh. So abuka. So this waw over here is what is showing us the rafa state. رأيت أباك. This is مضاف إليه, and this alif here is showing that it's nasb state. And marartu bi abika, and this y over here is showing its majrur state. Okay, so when it is when it's mudaf to any letter, to anything but ya dhamir, it's going to be seen by this. It is mudaf to ya dhamir. This is one exception where it will be hidden. You won't be able to say the word stated is by looking at it. Ja'a abi, ra'aytu abi, and marartu bi abi. So they will look all the same in this case. So al-asma'u sitta mukabbaratun act normally if they are not acting as mudaf, but if they are attached to the mudaf, then they behave. They're like their reference state will demonstrate by wa, fatun. Their nasbun state with the alif, and jarun state by ya. Ja'a abuka, ra'aytu abaka, marartu bi abika. And if they act as mudaf to ya dhamir, then their state will be hidden. جاء أبي رأيت أبي مررت بأبي. Okay, so Bismillah. So again, al-asma'u sitta mukabbaratun, when not they're mudaf and they're by themselves, is they act normally. Ja'a abun, ra'aytu aban, marartu bi abin. When they're mudaf to anything but a ya dhamir, it will show as waw and alif and ya. Ja'a abuka, ra'aytu abaka, marartu bi abika. And when they're attached to dhamir, the i'rab will be hidden. Ja'a abi, ra'aytu abi, marartu bi abi. Okay, the next two categories are these. They're pretty easy. And al-ism maqsura. So there are two categories like this. They're hidden, that the i'rab will be hidden. I put them here. The mudaf ila ya mutakallim, word that's mudaf to ya mutakallim, okay, which is like ya mutakallim, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, huna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kuna, yi, na. So this ya, the last one, the ya mutakallim. So mudaf to ya mutakallim, and ism makhsura, and a noun that ends with alif makhsura. So their i'rab will also be hidden. So mudaf to ya mutakallim, like zamili. Okay, so it's in ja'a zamili, ra'aytu zamili, marartu bi zamili. This will all be hidden. They all will look the same. So mudaf to ya mutakallim, the i'rab will be hidden. Also ism maqsura, their i'rab will be hidden. Ja'a Musa, ra'aytu Musa, and marartu bi Musa. They'll all look the same. So mudaf to ya mutakallim, and alif maqsura, ism maqsura, which is a noun that has ending in alif maqsura, their i'rab are also hidden. And then we talked about al-ism manqus. Al-ism manqus. The thing about ism manqus is their i'rab will only be seen in their nasab state. Otherwise, their i'rab will be hidden. So, for example, there are two states, the nakira state and the ma'ruf state. So in the ma'ruf state, it'll be ja'a al-qadi, okay? So ja'a al-qadi. And then marartu, so ra'aytu khadiya, okay? It is only in this state that the Arab will be seen, okay? So رأيت القاضية, okay, and رأيت القاضية رأيت قاضيا, okay. So otherwise in the Rafa state and their Jar state, the Arab will be not seen, or they'll be hidden. جاء القاضي, رأيت القاضية, and مررت بالقاضي, مررت بالقاضي. Or جاء خاض, رأيت خاضيا, and مررت بقاض. Okay, so only uh, um, in their nasab state will the Arab will be seen. The next categories are actually easy if we do it through the Muslim table. Okay, now we talk about muthanna nouns, duals, and plural nouns, and how their i'rab will be determined. So Muslimun is singular, of course, singular. Will follow the normal rules. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. The duals this is in the state of Rafa, Nasab, the Rafa, Nasab, and Jar, right? So those are the three conditions. So in a state of uh, Rafa, it will be, of course, Ani, okay, and then in the state of Nasab and Jar, it will be Aini and Aini, okay, Ani, Ani, Aini, Aini, okay, and then also then in the state of for plurals, we're not talking about plural here, of course, but Muna, Mina, and Mina, okay. So if you know this table, you can pretty much figure that out. So I'm not going to stress this. Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna, Musliman, Muslimaini, Muslimina, Muslimin, Muslimaini, Muslimina. Of course, these two are the same, and these two are the same. So in the nasab and the jar state, they remain the same. Okay, in the dual and in the plural, and then for the in the female side, it is also the same. Muslimatun, Muslimatani. See the same thing. Muslimatani, Muslimatani. So and Muslimatani. That's how you know in the state of jar and nasab. This, and then and also for nasab and jar are the same over here with Muslimatin. So if you know these tables, then you can remember how to the i'rab of in duals. Okay, muthanna. Okay, um, and this on this table. Okay, so I'll put this as the ninth category, the Muslim table for muzakkar and muannas, the duals and plurals and those. There are there's some special words here, I guess, and I'll put them over here. And, and this is also duals category. So there's these words, okay. Um, I'm just going to say isnani, isnani. Wait. Okay, moving along. So and then these are two just random words. Isnani, which means two. Isnatani, which is two for females. Two for masculine words, and isnatani, two for feminine words. So in Rafa, Ithnani, and in Nasab and Jar, Isnaini, and Maratu Ithnaini. So جاء رأيت and مررت باثنين. So it will be اثنين both for the same, and isnani for that. And then this word kala and kilta, which means both of them, it will be similar ruling. Ja'a kilahuma, ra'aytu kilayhima. This ya here, this ya is what tells us it's in a mansub or majrur state. Ra'aytu kilayhima and marartu bi kilayhima. Okay, so these are just some special case scenarios. And then we talked about the jama. We talked about the dual state, musanna state, tasniya state, and jama state for masculine and feminine, the muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina, so that we can get that. Okay. Um, and then ishruna ila sittun. Okay, so this is for numbers. Ishruna. This is ishruna. So ishruna. So like 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to 90 to tisuna. So it's like this. I'll just write these. Ja'a ishruna rajulan. So ishruna. جاء 20 رجلا. Okay. رأيت. Okay. So like this. So from 20 to like 90s, right? So جاء 20 رجلا. رأيت 20 رجلا. And مررت ب20 رجلا. So these two are the same. Okay. These two nasab and jar are the same for this. So جاء 20 رجلا, رأيت 20 رجلا, مررت ب20 رجلا. Okay. جاء 20 رجلا, رأيت 20 رجلا, مررت ب20 رجلا. Okay. Okay, so this is another interesting category. The ulu here, which is the plural of zu. Okay, so the plural of zu. Okay, the plural of zu, and in Rafa, Nasab, and Jar state. In the Rafa state, it will have the original ulu form, and Nasab and Jar state, it will have the ya with the sakin sound over here. So Ja'a ulu malin. Those Ja'a, the wealthy people, those with wealth. And then Ra'aytu uli malin. I saw the one with the wealth. Ra'aytu uli malin. Okay, so this is mansub from uli. So ulu became uli. And marartu bi uli. I passed by bi uli malin. So again, in this case, the nasab state and the jar state is the same. Just like for several of these, the ishruna illa sittun, ishrina bi ishrina, uli and uli. So ja'a ulu malin, ra'aytu uli malin, and marartu bi uli malin. Okay. And then there's one last category, which is quite interesting on its own. Okay. And this is Jama Muzakkar Salim Mudaf to Ya Mutakallim. Okay, so this is Jam'a, okay, Al Muzakkar Salim, which is going to be Mudaf ila to Ya Mutakallim. This is a very interesting scenario. Okay, so we talked about this over here. Then ulu. So ulu will be ja'a ulu malin and ra'aytu uli and مررت بأولي مال like this. And this interesting carry جمع مذكر سالم جمع مذكر سالم when it is a مضاف when it is a مضاف to يا متكلم to يا المتكلم it is مضاف to يا متكلم. So so يا متكلم is this right here. So this comes from the Muslim table. So here, when these three words, this one, these three, are going to be in the Jama category when they as they come as mudaf to ya mutakallim. So muslimuna i, muslimina i, muslimina i, like this. So what happens is in the first case it's going to be hidden, and in the second two cases, the Rafa and Nasab case, is going to have the Ya is going to have a shadda on it. So though it's going to be Ha'ula'i Muslimiyya. Okay, these are my Muslims. Ra'aytu Muslimiyya. I saw my Muslims. Marartu bi Muslimiyya. I passed by my Muslims. Okay, the interesting thing about this is they all will look the same, and in this case, these two are apparently signs, and this is kind of hidden because you can't see the Rafa state, from here. How did this happen? Well, the way it happens is here's Muslimuna, right? So this is in the first case scenario. You're taking Muslimuna and attaching a ya mutakallim to it, so it becomes Muslimuna ya, like this. So because it's a mudaf ilayh construction, there is a rule apparently that this ya mutakallim has to have a kasra before it, so this noon here is dropped. Then it becomes muslimu mu ya. But then there's another rule in sarf that then there's a vowel and a ya together, and when a waw and a ya appear together and the first is a sakin, then the waw is changed to a ya. So when the waw and the ya appear together like this, and the first is a sakin, then the waw is changed to a ya. Okay, so the wow is changes to a ya. So then you have two yas, then and then you have the two yas, and this dhamma is then changed to a kasra. So the wow is transferred to a ya because they have two of these, and so it becomes muslimiya. Okay, so muslimuna ya becomes muslimiya because first this noon is dropped and then the wow is dropped for these reasons. Noon is dropped because with this mudaf and mudaf ilayh construction, the yom taqadim has to have a kasra before, and this because of the rule of wa and the ya together, and the wa is sakin, the wa is dropped and changed to a ya, and the dhamma is changed to a kasra here, muslimiya. How about in the Muslimina condition? So when you take Muslimina and attach a ya mutakallim to it, it becomes Muslimina ya. Okay, and again, this noon here is dropped because it's mudaf, and it becomes Muslimiya. Okay, so Muslimiya. Okay, so now you have two yas together. The rule is that they're combined like this and put a shadda, so it becomes Muslimiya. So the effect in the end result is you take both of these words and they end up looking the same. So these are the i'rab of these particular jama muzakkar salim when they come as mudaf to ya al mutakallim. Ha'ulai muslimiyya, ra'aytu muslimiyya, and marartu bi muslimiyya. Okay, so now we have all of these 13 categories. Let's go over all of them finally as a review and to see how much we've learned. Okay, so today we're talking about um, الإعراب أقسام الأسماء المعرب إعراب of the various types of nouns that are معرب. The first three categories مفرد منصرف صحيح single single version, واحد of مفرد version of صحيح noun, they behave normally. جاء زيد رأيت زيدا مررت بزيد. And مفرد خام مقام صحيح, and that is the last letter being a waw or ya with a sukun before, they also behave similarly. جاء الظبي رأيت ظبيا deer, and مررت بظبي. Okay, and al-jam' muqassar salim, okay, they also behave normally. هم رجلان هم رجال رأيت رجالا قلت لرجال, so they behave well. غير منصرف, of course, they don't take the tanween, and they don't take kasra, and they take fatha when they're supposed to take kasra. جاء عمر رأيت عمر, and مررت بعمر. Okay, and the fifth category was الأسماء الستة أسماء الستة مكبرة. These are the six أسماء الستة. أخ أب أخ أب أخ حم فم حن, and ذو and ulu, right? So when not as a mudaf, they behave normally. جاء أب رأيت أبا مررت بأب. When they come as a mudaf, okay, the waw and alif and ya is what shows us that they are their i'rab. Okay, when the mudaf when they come as a mudaf, the ya dhamir, it is hidden. They all look the same. جاء أبي رأيت أبي مررت بأبي. Okay, also hidden are these three categories. مضاف to any يا متكلم. يا متكلم is funky, right? مضاف to إلى يا متكلم, always hidden. زميلي زميلي زميلي, جاء زميلي رأيت زميلي مررت بزميلي. And اسم مخصورة is also hidden. جاء موسى رأيت موسى مررت بموسى. And أسماء الاسم منقوص. Okay, so اسم منقوص are you only see the i'rab in the nasab state, otherwise they are hidden. القاضي and قادٍ, and معرفة النكرة. القاضي and قادٍ, and القاضية and قاضيا. Here you see that قاضية قاضيا, and بالقاضي and بخاضٍ. So in this case, they're also hidden. Okay, that's the eighth category. The ninth category was like duals and plurals of salim here. Okay, the way duals in rafa, nasab, and jar state, ani, aini, and aini, and sorry, that's just ani, aini, aini for males, and Muslim una and ina for jama state, and for feminine oneness. Tani, tiny, tiny. See, she said tiny here. See, tiny, tiny, and tiny. And muslimatun, muslimatin, and muslimatin. So atin for female. So those we talked about, and then these some special cases: isnani and isnatani, which means two. Isnani, isnaini, isnaini, and kila, which means both. Kila and kilta would be like alif and ya and ya. Ja'a kilahuma, رأيت كليهما, and مررت بكليهما. Okay, مررت بكليهما. So maybe just worth memorizing this. كلاهما كليهما and كليهما. And then number 11, يشيرون إلى تسعون, 20 to 99 will be like واو يا يا. جاء أولو مال, and رأيت أولي مال, مررت بأولي مال. Okay, so أولي مال. So this is kind of similar to what we have learned before. Okay, and then Jama Muzakkar Salim, this is interesting. For Jama Muzakkar Salim, when it comes as a mudaf, this is a very special case when it comes as a mudaf to Ya Mutakallim. Ha'u'ali Muslimiyya, Ra'aytu Muslimiyya, and Marartu bi Muslimiyya. Okay, so Muslimuna, مسلمين مسلم مسلم مسلمين 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 مسلمون مسلمين مسلمين all of them just become Muslimiyah. Okay, so with the shadda on the ya, and this technically is hidden because you can't tell the difference between this and these two. Okay, so those are the very different categories of i'rab that different nouns take, and I believe we have covered all of them. Alhamdulillah. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil alamin. Assalam.